The perfect high school romance.
They were gorgeous and very much in love.
Until she became the victim of a masked attacker.
All the jaw was blown off.
It's all completely gone. Would there ever be justice for the girl in the veil?
Our first story tonight is about a teenage girl who tried to walk away and paid a terrible price. Johanna's story is one of courage and strength and grace as she bears her soul and her shattered face to the world. And we should warn you, some of the images you're about to see are graphic.
Life can change in an instant. For Cleveland, Ohio high school senior Johanna Orozco, that moment came in her family's driveway on March 5th, 2007.
I put the keys in the ignition, and I look towards my left, and I see someone dressed in all black. He had a mask on, and then he took out a big gun. You know, and then I panic. And I just think to myself, what am I gonna do? Like, what's gonna happen?
What happened was swift and brutal. The assailant fired a shotgun into Johanna's face. Everything, she says, went white.
I could hear the screaming. I could hear my neighbor say, let's take her to Metro, let's take her to Metro Hospital.
There was blood and there was human tissue.
Johanna's neighbor, Maritza Santiago, rushed to her side as the assailant fled.
It was horrible. I mean, I till this day, I couldn't put myself to see it again.
When every second counted and unable to get through to 911, Maritza decided to make the drive to the hospital herself. Johanna's grandmother was in the back seat, holding on to what was left of her granddaughter's face. It was a race to save Johanna's life in rush hour traffic.
I just blew the horn closer to every stop sign and just blew it more.
She barreled through 10 stop signs and 3 red lights.
I could see myself and hear myself just leaving my hand on the horn. I just kept saying that I just hope that we get there safe.
I remember thinking to myself, I don't want to die. And I remember praying to God, saying, if I did anything wrong, please forgive me.
Even after making it to Metro Health Hospital, the fact that Johanna didn't die, doctors say, is close to miraculous.
You know, there's bleeding everywhere. All the tissue was destroyed. The face, what was remaining, was just shredded.
It's inconceivable to some people. I think most people, when you stop them on the street, would say, you can't survive a shotgun blast to the face. How close to dying did she come?
She came extremely close. I mean, there are a lot of factors. Most critically, her airway. When you lose the front of your jaw, where there's just blood and swelling and pieces of bone everywhere, your airway is just going to close off very rapidly. I don't know really how she maintained an airway coming in. That was probably the most amazing thing.
She was as crucial to her own survival as we were. She was sitting up in the bed, leaning a little forward, protecting her own airway so the blood wouldn't go back.
ER Dr. Thomas Collins has seen thousands of critically injured patients, but few like Johanna.
To say that she had her wits about her almost is an understatement. She was a team member. She really was one of the most composed, seriously injured patients I've ever seen in my career. And I think it goes back to really the nature of the person, even before the injury, that there is an inner strength and innate ability to be calm in a time of crisis.
She would need every bit of that strength the next morning when she awoke to find out she couldn't eat or speak because half of her jaw and half of her face were gone. She was facing years of reconstructive surgery that is still in progress.
did you look like when you saw yourself that first time?
The first time I did look in the mirror, I just broke down and cried. I felt like the monster. I told the nurses to cover the mirrors. Every time I went to the bathroom, I didn't want to see myself.